Hey! In episode 9, I taught you how to use the singular personal possessive pronouns min, din, hans, hennes, and sin. But what if you're in a situation in which you need to describe ownership by more than one person? That's when you need to know how to say our, your in plural, and their. So let's start with the first one, our. In Swedish, the translation for this is vår, not to be confused with the noun vår, which means spring, as in the season. This word, like most other possessive pronouns, must be conjugated based on the gender and number of the word coming after it. Common gender words such as vän keep the word vår the same. Vår vän, our friend. For neuter gender words such as äpple, conjugate vår to vårt with a T. Vårt äpple, our apple. For plural nouns such as vänner and äpplen, add an A to vår to produce våra. Våra vänner, our friends. Våra äpplen, our apples. Which is your, used for several U's, not to be confused with din, which is used for one U, is conjugated exactly like vår. Add a T to make it suitable for neuter gender nouns, and add an A for plurals. Vän, your friend. Ert äpple, your apple. Era vänner, your friends. Era äpplen, your apples. It is very easy for English speakers to get and din confused, since they both translate to your. It is important, however, to understand the difference. Is used when you are addressing several people, meaning that the noun coming after it belongs to all of those people. Din is used when you are only talking to one person, and the noun coming after it only belongs to that one person. It's like my and our. My book belongs to me and me only, while our book belongs to both or all of us. Din bok belongs to you and you only, while bok belongs to both or all of you. Don't worry, this will catch on after some practice. One thing to note about these words is that you will often hear people say våran instead of vår, vårat instead of vårt, eran instead of and erat instead of ert. This grammar is incorrect, but in colloquial contexts it is often used. To preserve correctness, I would suggest sticking to the forms that I have just taught you, but remember that you might hear it said that way sometimes. Next, we have deras, which means their. Like hans and hennes, there are no conjugations to go with deras. Deras vän, deras äpple, deras vänner, deras äpplen. Also like hans and hennes, deras cannot function reflexively. In other words, de kör deras bil does not mean that they are driving their own car. It means that they are driving some other group of people's car. I know what you're thinking. Come on, not this again. Well, don't worry, because you've already learned this. Just like you replace hans and hennes with sin in the reflexive form, you replace deras with sin. Just the very same word. So, while de kör deras bil means that they are driving some other people's car, de kör sin bil means that they are driving their own car. An alternative example of this is de äter deras äpplen. They eat their apples. Their, in this case, meaning some other people's. De äter sina äpplen, on the other hand, means that they are eating their own apples. It may seem complicated, but the good thing is that once you pick it up for either deras, hans, or hennes, you should be used to doing it for all three. So now we're all set for personal possessive pronouns, both singular and plural. Try writing your own sentences in order to get some practice, and then practice pronouncing them. If you've got the spelling down, try instead just saying some sentences to yourself without writing them down in order to better practice real-time grammar. Lycka till!